Pasha Paro, YNet7. Thank you for tuning the replay. Okay, so what we're talking about today is how do you feel about Amazon Sidewalk? You know what I mean? If you're not familiar with what that is, we're gonna go over it in a second, and we're gonna take a whole look at Amazon. So let's do it. All right, so let's jump to it, and I appreciate y'all patience and everything. You know, I'm working out some things for you all. So let's take a look at what Amazon Sidewalk is. I have a video prep for you guys, so let's see what exactly they're talking about. Okay.
Amazon devices across the U.S. will automatically be linked to one another. It will happen when Amazon launches its new Sidewalk network. The network will include all Echo Home Assistant devices, Ring security cameras, along with certain Alexa-enabled lights and motion sensors. Amazon's goal is to create a low-bandwidth network, bridging all of its devices. Using Sidewalk, Amazon says users will be able to reboot malfunctioning equipment and even track missing objects that are lost outside of the home. However, in order for all of this to work, Amazon needs as many people to join the network as possible. This is causing some users to express concern over the network's security, as well as Amazon's decision to force users to opt out of Sidewalk rather than opt into it. Joining me now for more on this is CBSN technology reporter Dan Patterson. Hi, Dan. Great to see you. So first of all, I kind of need a better idea of how this is going to work. So I get that Amazon Sidewalk is going to link all of my Amazon products, but is it also going to link all of my Amazon products to everybody else's Amazon product?
Like 5G here already.
Tanya, we all kind of need that explainer. Amazon has been kind of vague with the details on how Sidewalk will function. Now, we should say this probably excludes your personal devices like the Kindle or Fire tablet. It is primarily designed around the Echo, Ring smart cameras, the Tile Tracker, which is a third-party company that integrates with the Sidewalk network using Amazon's AWS API that they built specifically for this, their IoT API. And what this is, Tanya, it's kind of like what you described. It is a network composed of these connected devices that connect to your neighbor's connected devices. Now, this is a low bandwidth network, so you're not going to be, say, downloading albums or streaming movies on this network. But what it allegedly will help you do is track things, find things. And what Amazon says is the more people who use this network, who keep this on by default, the stronger the network becomes, and the easier it will be to find, say, lost keys or other devices that are enabled
anything,
with
right?
Sidewalk.
All right. Well, I mean, it runs on a combination of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity, right, Dan? So how secure is the network? If somebody hacks you, are they hacking into all of your, connected devices now? And should users, feel safe about this?
Yes.
I mean, all right. So you guys knew that this was coming. Everybody that watched this channel knew that this type of stuff was coming. You've been watching China for years. You've been seeing everything. So I think a lot of people thought that it was years. It was going to be a while, because especially the stock market situations, because that everybody's been playing 5G for a while, and it seems like it's dragging its feet or whatever. But listen to what they're saying.
So, once again, this is where Amazon's been a little vague, but what we do know is that
Tell
it
me what you
connects to
think.
your home Wi-Fi. It uses a very small portion. This is true. It uses a very small portion of your home Wi-Fi network as well as Bluetooth networks to kind of create this mesh, this connected network. One device connected to another device, and instead of high bandwidth, what it does is do long distance. So it will technically be able to connect to, say, your neighbor's Ring device, which then connects to your Alexa device and creates this kind of larger connected mesh network. But Tanya, I think that your concerns are pretty well founded. Look, any network can be hacked. Amazon has said that these are protected.
How many things just got hacked? Like in the last 2 months, major stuff, right?
These networks are protected with layers of encryption, and that you won't be able to spy on your neighbors or see, your neighbor's keys, for example. But we really don't know. There is an API and some technical protocols that we can flip through, but until this is implemented and until we see how many people enable it or opt into it, or I guess instead don't opt out of it, it's
out.
really
Right.
it's a beta network.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, because this sort of the fact that you have to you're automatically opting into it by doing nothing, which, by the way, won't fly in Europe, I don't think, under current internet company regulations. But we're in the U.S. now, so let's talk about us. How do we opt out before June 8th if that's what we want to do?
So yeah, that's right. You have until June 8th to opt out. Now, fortunately, and I tried this just before our segment, it is very easy to opt out. On your Android or your iPhone, simply open the Alexa app, look for settings, and then click more, look for your...
Speaking of which, hold on. I think this all just... Now, granted, there's people, that be well ahead of stuff, researching stuff, right? And some of y'all knew that this was gonna be coming out a while ago, right? And I guess what my point is, how many people you think heard about this in the Gen Pop before today's news, tsunami, right? And the reason I ask that is because if it's happening on the 8th, when did the announcements go out to say, hey, look, you got this deadline? I think if anybody has Amazon, put that in the comments below, and let's see how long they gave, for you guys to opt out, if that's what you wanted to do or not, or make that decision. All right, let's get back to it.
Account settings, it's buried, yeah, I know. And then look for Amazon Sidewalk and turn that little slider to off. But you do have to do this before June 8th. Don't procrastinate on this. Amazon is giving you a very short window to turn off Sidewalk.
And it makes sense.
Because it really only works if everybody, the more people who are in it, make it work better, correct?
Precisely.
So if the more people that are in it, the spider web becomes stronger, right? Then that actually could be part of why, if you ask me, just my looking at it, my opinion, entertainment purposes only, then that could definitely be why they gave such a short notice, because people are gonna sleep on it and poof, it'll be up and running and everybody will be connected, part of the network, and they'll have as close to maximum efficient, output as possible, I guess. You know what I mean? Let's get it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Right.
And look, Amazon's not the only company to do this. Apple recently released AirTags. These are small GPS trackers that work with or without a cell phone network.
So look at the time and everything, right? Apple releases AirTags. Not to say they haven't been tagging identification stuff in the past already, but Apple releases AirTags apparently per this guy, and then Amazon rolls out this network, which is very similar to a 5G type atmosphere. So let's see.
And of course, you have the iPhone, you have the iPad, you have your Mac computer. And between all those devices, Apple has something that's kind of similar. So really what we're seeing is, and forgive my jargon here, but we're seeing the emergence of kind of the next iteration of the internet, what has been hyped as IoT. That's the Internet of Things. Now, often this has been a business thing, a lot of necessary but kind of boring connected devices like sensors, sending data back and forth. But when we see consumer devices, stuff that's meant for you and me, connected to these networks that are kind of above or on top the regular internet, it will, in theory, enable a lot of really interesting innovation.
Yeah.
Yes, so we've got to think about this. We definitely need to think about this a little bit longer, and I feel like we only have until June 8th.
So I think about that. Amazon, they got their little pod and their team over here, right, doing their thing. And then you got Apple, for example, over here doing their thing, right? So what they're gonna be able to do is now in the future, once everybody get their little systems working, you just get the people at the top to work on connecting them all so they talk to each other. And now the whole 5G layout is built out. I mean, next thing you gotta do is just connect the refrigerator to it, and it's already up and running.
To decide how we feel about it. All right. Well, Dan Patterson, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate all your insight.
So now my question is, all right, remember back in the day when the cell phones first came out, right? And they were like, oh, no, they go through the satellites and they bounce back to Earth. And, that's how the signal moves around. And, for a while, it was like a lot of people running around. I'm not saying they didn't have some of the phones that actually use the satellite, supposedly, or, whatever. But the majority of people, they didn't realize they were going through towers on the ground. Like, their whole network is built out on the ground. So what was all this talk about 5G and all these towers and stuff, right? If Amazon can do the same thing through what they already got in your house. What they got on, somebody was talking to me the other day and they were like, how do you feel about the ring doorbell? And I was like, yo, that's nuts. Like, it's crazy. Like, because when it works just like everything else. But when it doesn't, it's like, what? Anyway, here you go. So they talk about things can't be hacked or everything, but everything's connected to everything. So your neighbor's Alexa is gonna be able to be connected with your Ring doorbell. What happens when that thing short circuits and it goes and says, come on, let's get to it. So let's see how you opt out here, right? For those of y'all that would like to opt out, this would be how you go about doing it. So it said the new network will share a small portion of your bandwidth with your neighbors too. So right, if you thought you had slow internet, right, now you're gonna have a little bit slower internet because you're gonna share your internet that you paying your bill for with the whole neighborhood. And I'm not saying that's the end of the world, good, bad, ugly, what, but I'm just saying. They giving you it? Are the Amazon customers out there? Let me know in the comments below. Are they giving you any discount on your bill for utilize this? I mean, at least the electric company, when you pay $400,000 for solar panels, at least they give you a discount off your bill. You know what I'm saying? So positive thinking here. But let's see what they talking about. So this is per The Verge. I'm not vouching for their information or anything. I just pulled up some stuff real quick to show you this. They talked about it in the video, but it was saying that it will use a Bluetooth low energy. So it's gonna to simplify new device setup, extend the low bandwidth working range of devices, and help devices stay online and up to date even if they're outside the range of home Wi-Fi. So like you'll be able to take your Alexa in the car with you. Is that what they're saying? Eventually, I guess you already got that, right? It's just called Hey Google, Google or Siri or whatever you got on your phone, right? So it will do this by essentially sharing the connectivity of your compatible devices with that of your neighbors. All right, so the Switch, like they said, is coming June 8th. All right. Some other things will be brought online slightly thereafter. And that its plan is to automatically opt in all eligible devices. Now, the company's published list of devices include the Ring Floodlight Cam, the Ring Spotlight Cam Wired, Ring Spotlight Cam Mount, Echo 3rd Gen or new, Echo Dot, 3rd Gen or newer, Echo Dot Kids. Now, see, the list they gave on the video was like, oh, I think it's just going to be for this and that, right? And don't worry about it. I got the list of devices over here. But, and they made it sound like it was only going to be a couple things that, didn't have any, here or there, right? So let's get back to it. Third Echo Dot for kids, 3rd Gen. Now, so that's crazy with everything that's going on now. And then Echo Dot with clock, Echo Plus, Echo Show, Echo Spot, Echo Studio, Echo Input, Echo Flex. They got a lot of echoes. I mean, their reverb is up. All right, it's high. Got a lot of reverb. So here's what let's look at this, right? Because this tells you here, and if you want more information, check out this site. Again, I have no affiliation. It's just for entertainment purposes only. And this site here gives you a list, well, at least 2 years ago, and I thought it was kind of long and interesting of what they considered an Amazon device to be, right? Because, of course, you think about the Echoes. Now, Amazon Echo Voice Assistants, okay. We thought about them, right? Echoes, Echo Show. All right, here go all the Echoes they were talking about. Echo Spot, okay? So if you got any of these, let me slow it down. Let me go back for you. If you got any of these, you ready to be hooked up. You ready to be part of it. You in the Matrix. So if you didn't already know, welcome. So if you got anything to look like this, you in. If you got anything to look like this, you in. That, this. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting, because what do I call it? Well, the infinity of things that could happen. Let me say it like that, right? The infinity of things that could happen is that they come and say, hey, look, all Amazon, yay, right? It's going to be linked up to this. And even though they were like, oh, no, we don't think it's going to be your Kindle. Well, here you go. Kindle. So if you got these, I'm not saying you are or aren't, but it's a possibility. Like in the Chris Rock voice, it's a possibility. So Amazon Kindle, right? Your Kindle Paperwhite, your Kindle Voyage. You got anything look like? And then let's stop for a moment and say, look, it's not even necessarily, it's Amazon a day, right? It's the Kindle products a day. But by 20 whatever, right? By 2020 whatever, it's gonna be everything that look like this, right? All right, so your Kindle Oasis, your Fire tablets. Here go the Kindle Fire Kids. You got HD8, right? Your Fire HD. This. You see how long this list is? hold on though. Do you see how long the list is, right? I had to look into this. I be enjoying my research. So when I started looking, I was like, yo, I didn't realize how much Amazon is doing, right? Stocks are gonna go crazy, and we're gonna get into that in a second. So Amazon Fire TV. So your Amazon Fire TV is gonna be linked up to your neighbor's cat. You know what I'm saying? Like your Fire Stick, okay? If you got that, what are these? Is there more stuff? It's still more. The TV Cube, all right, okay. Cloud Cam, home security camera systems. All right, your Red Bull. No, that's not. All right, so actually that is. What's that? Amazon Dash button is a small physical device that can be used to reorder household product. Is that it? All right, that's it. That's it. So all of those products and eventually anything and everything that looks like them are going to be part of this network. Right? And it's going to be talking to each other. It's going to be talking to your cell phone, your washing machine, and eventually your Nikes. Right? So how do you see what's that's going towards? So let's take a look now at what some opinions of the pros and cons are of this Internet of Things, so that you can see, you know, when you feel like it's years down the road, some of y'all don't be concerned about stuff. Some people don't be concerned about things when they feel like it's months, years, whatever down the road, right? It's not going to affect them, and they're like, that's the next generation, right? However, when it's here right now, it might change your mind about how you feel about it. But let's take a look real quick. So, pros and cons of the Internet of Things, and per this guy, Varun Bagit. Fairly recently, back in June 2019. So let's see what he's talking about. Or her. Alright, so I'm going to skip the text here. If you want to, read all this, you can come check it out, this part here. We're going to cover some things. So the pros, of course, it's going to be able to, walk us into smart cities. We're going to have easy access to everything. Like you say, you push the little Red Bull button, it send you more Red Bull in the mail. You know what I mean? Increased productivity, eases communication, saves money. Okay. Business benefits. Makes sense. Now, I'm the one that says, yeah, it eases communication today. But what happens when it breaks down? And that's the only communication that you had, right? So consider that. But let's see here. So ease of access, you already know. Imagine your entire daily life is connected with devices and controlled by technology. How easier would your life be? That's a great sales pitch. Great sales pitch. I mean, who wouldn't want whatever pops in your mind when you hear that sentence, right? So when your refrigerator can identify that you run out of milk and contact the nearest supermarket to order the same quantity that you usually have. Now here's the thing. You're going to get this internet. See, I'm going to tell you something they haven't thought about yet. Or, you know what? I can't even say they haven't thought about it yet. I ain't going to do that. But look, they did all that with Huawei, whatever, the phone company over in China, talking about, we can't have them doing this, that, and the other because they're going to be able to access data, right? So then you put together 5G, Internet of all things. Let's not, whether it's 5G or not, you're going to have the Internet of all things, right? So you got the Internet of all things going on. And I don't know if you realize that GE, like the people that make the washers and dryers and refrigerators, is going to be telling you you're out of detergent and eggs, right? It's not an American company anymore. It hasn't been for a while. Like China bought GE years ago, the whole thing, which is probably why your washer may not be the same GE that you remember. I don't know. You let me know in the comments below. You got a GE appliance. Did you realize GE? Did you know that GE is not American? It's a company owned by China. So now, when you actually connect your refrigerator of all things that's connected to everything around you, and then you're worried about the cell phone from China. What's the difference? Anyway, hold on. Let me get back to it. Let's get back to this. I went off on a little tangent for your entertainment. All right, so seriously, it says make life way easier, right? So wireless technology turns cities into smart cities, not just regular cities, but smart cities. And you know that let's see what they talking about here. So to ensure that the electricity is not wasted, IoT enabled devices manages street lights and automates everything. Everything. It automatically switches off street lights whenever they want to. In the daylight. It was a spot on the screen. I thought it said whenever they want to. So, and switches them on during the onset of darkness, right? So, with the help of Internet of All Things devices, you can monitor the vibrations of buildings, bridges, monuments in case they are overloaded, right? Because that's what you would be wanting to check for. And these are perfect examples of smart cities. Hospitals and schools can control noise pollution around them and maintain peace all around. Now here we go to communication, right? So IoT encourages machine-to-machine communication, which, like we were just talking about, the refrigerator is going to be able to talk to Alexa. Alexa's going to be able to order from Amazon, and the cat will be able to let the FedEx driver in with its kitty litter. You know what I mean? So, and that's all going to happen, right? Get ready for that. And then saves money because businesses save in productivity cost alone, less alone energy. But I mean, if energy is the big problem, I thought there was free energy in the past. I'm not sure. So business benefits, you could check that out. Increased productivity, basically, because you can hit a button now. You don't even got to sign on to the internet to go to Amazon. You can just hit the button, right? As if talking to Alexa wasn't fast enough. Now the refrigerator will bypass you and Alexa and just tell you when you need more bread. So if you weren't planning on making sandwiches next week, how does that get accounted for? So here goes some of the cons. Complexity, which with a lot of today's user interfaces, I don't think the complexity is going to be on the user end. I think it would be more so in the grand scheme of how everything connects, behind the scenes. And we talked about that earlier. So compatibility, there we go. But that's going to be easy because everybody just got to build out their little product. It's going to take a while. So when I say it's going to be easy, I mean, when everybody's in their individual silos, they're going to be developing their own thing. It's going to work. They're going to be happy. And then there's going to be this merger of technology, kind of like what you went through when one cell phone company buys the other cell phone company, and then it tells you, well, either your phone will or won't work on a network. Now you gotta get a new one, or you don't. However it's just gonna be the same thing. So privacy and security, I don't even know where to begin with that, because you guys, they're already having a lot of recent issues with internet security, so that and it was already supposed to be top flight security, and it was breached. So I mean, what's gonna happen then when the whole world is connected, when your refrigerator can talk to the bakery in France to tell you need more French toast? More corny jokes. So lesser employment, that's one I want to take a look at here to see how that's going to affect the economy and control of your life, right? Which, just let your brain wander with that control of your life thing. I'll let you figure it out. So, complexity, let's see what they're talking about. There are chances of failure, like everything. And what happens when that goes down, right? So, let's see what they say. So you and your friend got a message that the milk packet kept in your fridge has expired. So in this case, both of you will purchase a milk packet. Like, there will be 2 packets, which will result in wastage of money. I guess that would be like in a roommate situation. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, how that's gonna work? How that's gonna work if you got a roommate? Like, you got one fridge often, right? You guys sharing a fridge. Like, who's gonna foot the bill on the food? Who's gonna fit the bill on the food refill, the fridge refill device, right? You're gonna need a 2-step verification for your for your bacon. Okay, so here we go. So compatibility. All right, we already know about that. So here go privacy. Let's see what they talk about here. So there's a risk of losing privacy and data that is being transmitted through IoT devices. You need to see how well the data is being encrypted. Due to the rapid growth of IoT, it is facing security and privacy issues. And then, of course, everybody's doing their own thing. So is how do you know that the level of security is going to be the same for each device? You know what I mean? Because it's not just about like it's not just about, well, I'm thinking like this. It's not just about the, like, you know, your antivirus or protection software like that, and you know how they control that behind the scenes on like a much more stringent level than like your Norton antivirus or whatever, right? But what I'm getting at is based on the build quality, you know what I mean? There may be a way to hack this product because of the build versus another product that's built with that in mind. You see what I'm saying? So when you go and say, I want to save $50 and get the cheaper one, you see? All right, so let's look at this lesser employment thing. So IoT is expanding here, see what I'm saying? Across the globe, right? So why are we anyway? So, and this may result in the replacement of monotonous and unsafe jobs, firing off unskilled professionals. All of this may create unemployment issues in society. Excuse me, which we've talked about on this channel a few times. We've touched on this, speaking about automation and, you know, how that's going to disrupt the economy. And, you know, it's partly why I'm sure universal basic income is on the table, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I don't know, less than 20 years ago, the car companies as a whole, whoever represents like the whole industry or what have you, announced that they would be able to fully replace all of the vehicles basically in the world, right? With, at the time, this is their quote, autonomous vehicles in 20 years or less, which they're making a great push to that. But at the time, you wouldn't have thought that. And they're talking about all of the cars in the world. So now the reason I bring that up, like I did in the past, the data I had at that time, research showed that 17% of the GDP, not just the GDP, but the global GDP, 17% of the global GDP was a driving related job. So you're going to have 17% of the whole world that had a job, they're going to be unemployed just from the one simple thing, cars driving themselves. You know what I mean? So by the time you factor in cooking and all this other stuff, you see the little robots running around the hotels. I don't know if you've ever seen one or not, bringing you stuff. You know what I mean? It's like they don't even need the, you know, your room service is going to be coming with from a robot. You know what I mean? Very shortly, if you haven't already seen it. So, daily activities are getting automated, and naturally there will be fewer requirements for human resources and less educated staff. Hence, mastering new ways of working will increase or stable the chances of a person's employability. And then let's see how they say let's see what they talk about here, where technology takes control of life. So, but yeah, you're gonna, you know, this, I think it's a great opportunity. It's a gift and a curse, like everything, in the infinity of everything, right? Because when all the work goes away, like when all of the work goes away, which will be at this pace in your lifetime, most likely, unless because I'm not. We'll just leave it like that. So, what's gonna happen is it'll have the opportunity for all of humanity, right? The concrete roads or the roads in the concrete parking lot it'll create the opportunity for all of humanity to focus on creativity, creating things, which is gonna lead to innovation on one sector. And I know there's a whole nother side. Everybody have days they don't want to do nothing. Some more than others. But for those that enjoy this and enjoy creating that and making this and doing that, this is the time. Now, on the flip side, there could be some controlling factors, and once everything goes, it's a gift and a curse. We'll see how that cookie crumbles. We'll see how you feel about it. So, what they talking about here? Impact the lives of almost every individual in every way possible, be it the older or even the younger generation. Everyone is addicted to technology for their day-to-day minute activities, right? So this dependency will become more in daily routines, will become even more in daily routines. No application is free from fault, and there are some hitches in each technical application. So relying on these type of devices may create trouble in case of a non-working or crash of the structure. So they really wasn't talking about. I like how they said control your life, and then they talked about everything but how it's gonna control your life. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. All right, so check this out. Because now, look at how huge of a play that is. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of control, connection, connectivity, connected to you connected to your fridge now, your little iPhone watch, smart watch is going to be talking to your DVD player. Who has DVD players anymore? It's going to be talking to your, because I don't watch TV or nothing. So the smartwatch gonna be talking to your fridge. What else electronic you got in your spot? Cause you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be talking to it. All right, all your Kindle, your tablets, your watch gonna let you know everything. Now, when you go outside, right, that smartwatch, they're gonna talk to the street lights. Like y'all, a lot of people was looking at people with the people that had the ankle monitors, like on them. And they're like, oh man, like however you feel about that. Well, now guess what? You got a smartwatch. You got a smartphone. You got one of them tags on you. It's gonna be like the same thing as an ankle monitor. So the good thing, right? The good thing about it is it's gonna be ways for you to track like your elderly parents, that the wandering type. You'll be able to know where they at when they run away. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of situations like those, right? And then I guess that's the good side. Let me know what you think the bad sides are in the comments below. Because I'm sure there's some bad sides. So, and I'm not saying I'm thinking about everything, but let's actually take a look. If Amazon is that huge, which you already knew how big they were in the shipping, ordering product line, and now they're doing this, we're gonna know every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Whatever it is, right? So now they're gonna be in that world. They're gonna be tracking everything, the milk level in your fridge, the amount of Starburst left in your wrapper, right? And so where are they headed for as a company? Because on the stock side, how do you think this is going to impact the company's stock? I mean, they're basically racing towards like a monopoly. How do you feel about that? So, but let's take a look at where they're going. And here are some future plans, right? So, cashless They already got the cashless stores. They already doing that, right? So let's take a look at this, right? So Amazon opens its first hair salon. Now, what makes this so special is it's pitched as a high-tech take on traditional hair salons. So don't forget when we was talking about automation, the hair salons and the nail companies. I know a lot of I need you to listen. Because if you thought COVID was effed up, when the robots come, when they can come put a machine, and they already got working. I've seen this stuff. They already got working applications. When they can come put a machine about the size of an ATM, where you gonna be able to, and you put your hand in there, and you punch it in your little do, and you select, I want this nail, I want this, boop boop, hit print, and you put your hand in that mug, and it prints your nails out for you. They're gonna be able to throw that right in the gas station. So how long you think it's gonna be before the hair industry is done by robots too? Like I'm saying, no, there ain't gonna be no work. Like no work. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to shift into what you want to do in life, what you always wanted to do in life. Because a lot of times people get, and this ain't for everybody. Some people actually love and enjoy what they do in the common sense of the word. So for the rest of them, right? You start something, you get involved with it. It's fun at the time. And then years into it, you're like, you know what? I don't like this no more. And you want to go do something else. Now, a percentage of those minds says, I want to go do something else, but I'm addicted to this lifestyle as far as maybe what you're making, the freedom of time, whatever it is that it is for you. So you stay there. So if everything, there ain't gonna be no more jobs, what would you do? What is it that you want to do? Anyway, let's get back to it. So this 2-story styling shop is packed with augmented reality technology that allows customers to see how they would look with different hair colors and styles. So they're already putting in the application that says select your look. You know what? You gonna be the Sims for real. It's gonna be like boop boop, and you gonna pop out with the little. So all right. Let's see what else they talk about. Haircuts, treatments, whatever, right? And Amazon Salon is used. And also features point and learn technology, which enables visitors to point at any product available via Amazon and learn more about it on the screen. So today is Amazon products. Tomorrow it's all about hair or all about the makeup that's going to be applied, because you won't need the makeup artist anymore. You just put your face in a little thing and it's going to print your face for you. Literally probably print it too. It'll probably 3D print the makeup on your face, and you're going to be sitting there talking about, right? And then let's see what else here. So all health and beauty gonna be gone, because like I'm telling you, if you look it up right now, I'm sure you'll find it. I seen it years ago. They have the machines that you put your hand in, the nails are done. I'm sure the hair is on the way, right? So the makeup can't be that far. What else is left? You know what I mean? All right. So while you'll be selecting your burgers from the holograph, right? Now, I know y'all understand. I applaud the people that get the songs that I make, because they're really, really deep. And what I'm learning about songwriting, little shameless plug, is that the more complex, the more you learn about the complexities of songwriting, like the most complex songs, they sound so simple, right? It's kind of interesting, but you gotta listen to what's being said. So anyway, let's get back to this. Cashier-free stores, they already got that. They already got the Amazon Go's. So now your refrigerator gonna be able to hit up Amazon Go, and then they're gonna put in a little robot, and the little robot gonna walk around the corner to you, and boom. All right. So cashier-free stores, and let's say cashless at the same time. That's how I'm gonna look at that. Now, biometric payments. There you go. Right. Excuse me. Y'all talking about Bitcoin and everything. They talking about biometric payment. Amazon. This is Amazon. This who, the blue truck. Dropped your package off Sunday. Right? So, in September 2020, like not even a year ago, Amazon launched a new biometric payment method to be implemented in its Amazon Go stores. So it's a new form of contactless payment. The system will take a scan of each customer's palm. Like, you ain't on your palm no more. So, which will then be linked to their credit or debit card. All right. So, because of this, intricacy of vein patterns that will be cataloged, biometric payment is highly resistant to forgery. You know what I mean? So if you ever get your fingerprints taken again, is that a forgery? Is that counterfeiting money now? I don't know. We'll figure that out. So in theory, making it much safer method than cards or cash. Right? So once registered, shoppers will be able to to pay using their hand. You know what I mean? You're going to walk up and be like, talk to the hand. Remember that? So now you're going to be able to be like, pay with the hand, mom. You know what I'm saying? So don't mess up don't scrape your hand up. You know what I mean? Don't fall off the skateboard too hard. Because if you scrape up your palm, you ain't going to be able to get no Gatorade. All right? So catering for all shoppers, okay, yeah, because you figure by the time you just walk, so if you're going to be able to pay with your hand, then that means like, you're going to walk in the store, they're going to scan your hand or your forehead or whatever, and it's going to be able to identify you, and it's going to like already know like what you want. You know how you walk in the store now and like you go to get nachos and Sabor be like, hey Pasha, oh okay, you want nachos? All right, with the black bean extra case, and they run it down for you your whole order, like you be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have computers do that. It's fucked up. You can't even you can't. So they invested in India like a lot of the world, and here's the food delivery part. Amazon, right? Food delivery service, right? Then they got this new look for the department store. I'm gonna let you guys figure that out. Okay? AI powered home robot. So now your Amazon Prime package will be able to be put inside the house when you're not home, because the refrigerator is gonna tell them you're low on French bread. It's gonna let Alexa know. Alexa gonna call France and have the bakery fly it in, right? Amazon Prime, because they're gonna have planes by then, because they're getting too much money. So they got trucks now, Amazon Prime, but they're gonna have their own jet soon, and I guess they do got their own jets, because how to get to the truck, I don't know. If you see a big blue plane flying over, it might be Prime. All right, just know that. Okay, so Prime gonna fly over your French bread from France, right? It gonna throw it in the back of a Prime truck at the airport. Boom, and the Prime truck is gonna be like driving itself, right, to you. Boom, and then I guess it's gonna be like a big truck, right? So it's only gonna take the highway because it's big. So it's gonna be the big truck on the highway, and then when it gets to your exit, right, it ain't gonna get off, right? It's gonna keep rolling, and then this little drone is gonna fly out like on GTA, like Grand Theft Auto. The little drone gonna fly out the top of the big truck and fly over the neighborhood, and then your at-home robot is gonna know, because they talking to each other from France, that it's flying in, and it's not around the corner, it's over the corner, and it's coming in hot, right? And then the robot is gonna go and tell the Ring doorbell, let me know when the package is here, right? And then the Ring doorbell gonna let them know, yo, It just landed, motherfucker. So then the robot is then gonna be able to tell the Ring doorbell to tell the alarm to disarm, right? And it's gonna open the door, be like, okay. And it's gonna wheel out there and grab the package and bring it in the house, lock the door, tell it to disarm, tell it to arm the alarm, and the Ring doorbell tells that it does all that, and then it's gonna tell Alexa, send you a text talking about your package here. Your French bread has arrived. And then y'all gotta fight over who gonna split the bill. You know what I mean? So, because you wasn't making spaghetti this week, you didn't need no garlic bread. You know what I mean? You wasn't really gonna do the biscotti this week. Right? So, I mean, this is what we talking about. This is what we talking about. So how do you feel about that? Alexa, can you be my constant companion? Every step you take, I'll be watching you. Game streaming services, Amazon grade, do everything. So as far as the stock, you know, I mean, and none of this seems like it's stuff that's, you know, like 50 years out. This is all stuff that really you might see in 2 years. You already got the innovative healthcare. This is on the Amazon future list. Like, this is what Amazon is saying they great get into. All of this list. Like, this isn't just what the world is doing. This is what Amazon is doing by themselves. Okay? Think about that for a moment. Fitness tracker, we already talked about that. Amazon's own delivery service. All they need is the planes if they ain't already got them. I'm sure they already have the boats next. They ain't gonna need the boats. They're gonna have the hot air balloons flying. Look, the Amazon, I thought it was in South America, right? But apparently it is global. Self-driving technology. What was this one? We own delivery service. Okay, we already got that. We know that the AI cars is coming. Neo, Amazon Scout. Oh, here go your little robot in the hotels. That's what they call them, scouts. Okay. Fleets of delivery drones. Amazon. This is just Amazon. This isn't like Amazon doing this and then this company doing it. No, this is just Amazon. Right? This is why they want the sidewalk. This is not why they want the sidewalk. This is why the sidewalk is here. Whether you want it or not. You know what I mean? And really, if you opt out, how you know you opt out? Like, how you know you they gonna just turn your features off. They still gonna be using your internet. So home security drone, they gonna be able to fly. Oh, there you go. Prime Air. Oh, wait. Is that an airline? Well, if they got the plane, they can fly packages in, people. All right. So I seen this, but it just dawned on me. So now, you know, in case the Ring, you know, this is what I'm saying. Now, whoever can hack into this is going to be able to say, okay, hack in, fly around the house, see whatever, do whatever they want to do, right? So pros and cons to everything for entertainment purposes. And Amazon Air, more fulfillment centers, you know, everywhere, and a new CEO. Okay, I guess that's the end. So, all of that, right? All of that is what Amazon talking about they're going to do in the future. How you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just had an argument 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks and 2 days ago. About how someone was trying to control you and you grown. And you ain't going to tell them and they ain't going to tell you what the... I want you to call. Let me know, you know, if you're gonna have that same conversation with Amazon. All right, let me know how you feel about that in the comments below. Amazon going global, as above, so below. they get in it every day. I don't even know if any other company gonna be able to be a company. Like, how you gonna have another company? What you gonna do? What you gonna do that Amazon ain't already get ready to do? All they need to do is open up a bank. Wait, they got their own financing. They They can finance your order when you order. So let me know how you feel in the comments below. Amazon Sidewalk is what's gonna make all this possible. And they had a whole, conversation about 5G, and I'm thinking Amazon. We was looking at Neo and Verizon and who was gonna be the first phone company to do 5G. I guess Amazon and Apple already got it. They already built 5G. Pashaparo, Y97. Thank you for tuning.